Hey there folks, my name is Daizoren and welcome to another episode of MonDaiz. Unfortunately, Marv will not be joining us this week because he was busy doing a charity live stream, so totally understandable. I hope you guys had a chance to go check it out. It was for not able gamers, special effect. It was for special effect. They're very similar to kind of able gamers in that they're about making equipment and changing software to make it more accessible for more people who have disabilities or other forms of inabilities to play games, to make it so that they can play them. So special effect, I get them mixed up with able gamers a lot because they're very similar charities. But anyway, so that's what Marv is doing. So he will not be here for this episode MonDaiz. Shut up, phone! Sorry. Anyway. So I will be going solo for today. Anyway, so there's two things I want to talk about this week. One of them I'm pretty excited about and I'm pretty happy to see. So just about maybe a week ago, since this is a weekly thing, the Resident Evil Facebook page posted a status and it basically said, hey, Resident Evil 2 HD is something we hear a lot from you guys, and we're just kind of wondering, why do you want a Resident Evil 2 HD? And if it were to ever happen, what would you like to see from it? So I responded to it. It was really cool that basically they were saying, hey, this is something we might be thinking about doing, but what would you like to see if we do it? So I left my comment basically saying that, you know, keep it like Resident Evil Remake, the first one, you know, make it, update it, add a little more to the story, make it a little bit of a deeper story, but keep the same kind of gameplay like you did with Resident Evil Remake, or Resident Evil Remake HD if you want to go that way. So I'm super excited. There's a possibility that a Resident Evil 2 HD remake may be on the way. And then one of the employees actually had tweeted out, or he posted that he had actually, after Resident Evil HD Remake had happened, he actually was putting together an idea for a Resident Evil 2 HD Remake, and he had pitched it without really any response. And then after that response to the Facebook page thing, he busted it back out and went and talked to his boss about it, saying, hey, I had this idea a little while ago, like, let's get working on this. So possibilities of a Resident Evil 2 HD remake are they're there. I'm super excited. Oh man, I really would love to see a Resident Evil 2 remake, and I would love to see it take the same vein that Resident Evil Remake HD did. Like I would love to see that same exact style and format applied to Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3, and some people are even arguing Code Veronica. So I am super excited. I am so happy. I would love to see that. I would love to see like 2 and 3 get remade, and then maybe they come as a double pack or something. I don't know, but it would be a lot of fun and it'd be really cool, and it would allow me to go back and play the game again, because I love the older Resident Evil games. They've been so much fun. I've had a joy every single time I played them. If that were to happen, I would treat it like I did with Resident Evil Remake HD. Probably would just play it by myself, because I know Wayne, I want to say Marv, Wayne would probably want to play it by himself on his first playthrough, like with HD Remake. So same thing with Resident Evil 0 Remake, HD Remake. We'll probably do them separately, so it'll just be me going solo that time. Yeah, I'm super excited. Do you guys want to see Resident Evil 2 Remake HD? I'm sure you guys do. Who doesn't? Like, who seriously doesn't want to see Remake 2? I guess is what it would be called, Remake 2. It'd be so cool. And then just recently they showed, there was some footage that showed some prototype of Resident Evil 4 pre what they eventually started making as Resident Evil 4, and it was much more like classic Resident Evil. It had fixed camera angles, and it was way more like, there was a lot more stuff with like ghosts and like hallucinations, it looked like. It was really cool and really creepy, and I kind of wish Resident Evil 4 had happened that way, but I'm still happy with the Resident Evil 4 we got. It was really cool. It was like a prototype back when they were still looking at publishing it on like Dreamcast or something. Even some of like the sound effects are from like classic Resident Evil, so it was really cool seeing that, and maybe one day we'll see maybe some builds of what those prototypes were, like a demo. It'd be like, hey, this is what it would have been like if Resident Evil 4 had gone the route that it originally wanted. We polished this up just so you could play this little small segment we had completed, and I love that kind of stuff. I would love to see, like with Shenmue 3, I'd love to see a playable version of Shenmue Saturn, because it was originally going to be a Sega Saturn game, which is one reason why it cost so much to make it, because they had to redo the entire game again for Dreamcast. But I would love to see like a playable version of Shenmue Saturn that you could play. But yeah, I love all that kind of stuff. It's really cool. So you guys excited for a possible Resident Evil 2 remake? I know I am! Judging from the views so far on Resident Evil 2, I think you guys would like that. I was surprised. Resident Evil 2, the first day, got like 30 or 40 views, which doesn't really happen on this channel. So I was really happy to see that. Oh, my back. Ugh. Sorry, my back's been killing me like all day. But yeah, you guys, a lot of you, it seems, you guys come to this channel for Resident Evil, and that's fine. I'm glad you guys enjoy that series so much. It may also be the fact that the Resident Evil 2 information came out and now people are going to watch videos of it. But anyway, aside from that, the second thing I want to talk about is something I'm kind of disappointed with and a little sad about. Mighty Number 9 has been pushed back. It will not be releasing in 2015, apparently, which is disappointing news. Mighty Number 9 is a very interesting game, because I helped fund that game. I put my money in to get a digital copy when it comes out, and this whole thing that happened with Concept after the whole, what was it, Ash? What was that thing called? Red Ash. This whole thing with Red Ash and like people getting super pissed off because they're like, why are you working on another project when Mighty Number 9 hasn't even come out yet? Which I totally understand that criticism. So I was a little disappointed to see that this is being pushed back even more. It sucks. Because I'm really excited to play this. I'm awful at Mega Man games. I will be the first to admit that. You guys have seen me play Mega Man games. I am terrible at them. But this just kind of really upsets me that like this game was funded how long ago? It feels like it's been forever. And it still hasn't come out. It was supposed to come out in April, according to the Kickstarter campaign. Then it was pushed back to September 15th. And now it's being pushed back to sometime in 2016, probably. So I'm really kind of sad to hear that. And I mean, I feel like Mighty Number 9's gone through some really interesting changes, because when I first saw like there's concept art here, they made it look like it was going to be a 2D side-scrolling action game like Mega Man, but like really, really nice, stylized, and smooth animation. And then it ended up it's going to be a 3.5 or 2.5D style game where the game's in 3D and you move on a 2D plane, which is fine. But I just really liked the concept art. It looked really cool, and that didn't end up being how the game's going to look. And now now it's 3D, and I don't know, there's been a lot of changes with this game that I'm not sure about it, and it's kind of putting me off a bit with all this stuff going on. And then the whole thing about them trying to fund something else aside from Mighty Number 9, I don't know, that just kind of it put a bad taste in my mouth. So I don't know what you guys think about this. I'm really excited for Mighty Number 9. I really want to play that game, but I gotta wait even longer. And it kind of sucks when they're like, we have this deadline, this is when you're going to get the game. Nope, this is when you're going to get the game. It's a couple months later, no problem. Nope, it's going to be next year. It kind of sucks. And then most people who are reading this kind of information, all the comments are being like, this is getting really kind of ridiculous. This kind of sucks. Unfortunately, at the same time, that is part of the Kickstarter process. That is a risk that all Kickstarters have, and anybody who funds a Kickstarter. So while, I am disappointed to hear this information, I also have to accept the fact that I took a risk by funding them and by putting my money in on them in the same way that an investor would. So there's pros and cons, there's give and take on both sides. It's just kind of unfortunate to see it happening, and hopefully Mighty Number 9 will release to critical acclaim, and it will be a fun game, and I will actually be good at it and won't suck like I do at Mega Man. I'm really hopeful for it because I want it to be a good game. It looks like it'll be a good game. It looks fun and entertaining. There was a speed run that they released. I did not watch it, but from what I've seen of the other footage of the game, it does look very cool. I just want it to be out so I can play it. But anyway, those are the only things I really wanted to talk about. Since Marv's not here, don't really have anything to do as far as like a game or anything like that. So this is gonna do it for this episode of MonDaiz. Let me know your thoughts on the Resident Evil 2 HD remake possibility. I'm so hoping for it. And then Mighty Number 9 being delayed past 2015. It sucks. Oh, one other thing. PT. Apparently somebody decided to remake PT from scratch in the Unity engine. It's called Punity, which is kind of a funny name for it. But anyway, it's been completely remade in Unity, and apparently a lot of people are saying it's very, very close to the original. So I think I might give it a shot just to look at it, see how it turned out, and maybe give it a quick playthrough. But it is available on PC for anybody who's interested. Just Google PT on PC. That's what I did, and it was the first thing that popped up. And it'll show you screenshots and even the process of them making it with some GIFs of like Lisa and everything and how it looks compared to the original. And it looks really, actually very convincing. They did a very good job remaking it from scratch, especially. So that was really cool. Go check it out if you want to try PT. If you haven't had a chance to try PT because it was on PS4 only, now's a really good chance to try it because it's now on PC. So go get on that. I told Marv to go check it out because he should. But anyway, I think that's all for this episode of MonDaiz. Again, thoughts on Biohazard / Resident Evil 2 HD remake and Mighty Number 9. So thank you all so much for watching. You guys are what make this channel happen, and I thank you very much for that. And I will catch you in the next video.